CN Inside the Studio is proudly sponsored by F&M Bank.
Welcome to the Chaldean News Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Crystal Kassab, and I'm here with my new friend, Steven Hannosh. He's a realtor, and he's been on a sobriety journey for about 6 months now. Welcome to the studio, Steven.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
Now, we became friends on Facebook when I saw a post of your sobriety coin.
Yes.
And I was just scrolling, and I happened to see it. And I said, "Oh, who is this guy? I don't know him." And I figured, let me reach out to him. He's can't be shy or embarrassed if he's putting that on there.
Right.
And some people, not that everybody's shy or embarrassed, but some people are just private. But maybe he'll want to talk to Chaldean News. And I reached out to you. You were all about it. So thank you so much for sharing your story with the readers, and now sharing your story again with the listeners and the viewers. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely, Crystal. Thank you for having me here. So my name is Steven Hannosh. I grew up in Troy. I went to Troy High School, and my parents, they had a liquor store, so we moved closer to it at the time. And I have 4 kids right now. I'm married. Been with my wife for some time now, and I have a 7-year-old, 5-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
That's wonderful. God bless that.
Yeah.
And when now you've been on the sobriety journey for 6 months, tell us about why you were drinking. What was going on that you were drinking so much to the point that you thought, I need help?
Well, that's a good point you bring up. It all started in my 20s, really. And I was going out partying, the whole fad. It was like a trend at the time. Everyone's going to the clubs, and
what you do when you're in your 20s.
Exactly.
Like,
I didn't think nothing of it at the time because I could easily just drink, put it down, and not think about it anymore. But as time went on, life got harder. I found something to just cope with, and it felt good, and I always wanted to feel good. So then I realized it was becoming detrimental to me. But in the moment, you don't think about it because you're in this cloud. You're just clouded. And it was just this harsh obsession that you don't really think it was at the time when you're in it. But when I got out of it, why I decided to quit was because it was just becoming progressive. And the more I was doing it, the more garbage I was seeing, I felt like. So something wasn't right.
When you say garbage, were you saying does it mean behaviors?
Everything. I was treating people bad. I was lashing out. And I didn't know where it was coming from. It was just, even the people that knew me, they're like, "Steve, you're not acting like yourself. What's going on?" And I would lash out. "What do you mean? What do you mean?"
Yeah, so you were becoming dependent on it.
I was
becoming dependent on it to celebrate or even to drown your sorrows.
Exactly.
Right. And were you feeling just the pressure of adulthood? Was it, I have 4 kids now. Oh, I have to sell a house. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. Was it all that pressure building up that made you do what you were doing, and also at the same time making you stop?
That came later. It all started when I was living at home with my parents. I was making a lot of money at the time. So, when you're making money, you're like, nothing can stop me. You become invincible. Mm-hmm. So a lot of it came from that. But then I had this anger that came followed by the drinking. The next day you wake up, the hangovers, the anxiety, the feeling of anxiousness. That all came from that. It's the effects of it. I didn't realize it at the time. It just sort of just happened. Then when I got married, the whole 8 years I've been with my wife, it's I just went downhill from there. And it didn't happen right away. It happened over time because I was trying to quit in 2018 when I met my wife at that time. And, she was coming to me with the meetings with me. She'd go to Al-Anon. It's where people go that grow up around alcoholics.
Oh.
And I'd go to a meeting, which was next door, the AA meeting. And we were doing that before we had no kids, And then after that, it just started trickling down. It just Fast forward to 8 years of my life. I wasted 8 years of my life drinking. It was delusional, you know?
And what was your breaking point? When were you like, I'm stopping and I got to start my life over again? Tell us about that day.
That happened multiple times. I've been trying to quit 5 different times. And this time it hit me because I reached out to the Lord. And I never once did that, especially when I was under the influence of alcohol. I reached out to God and said, remove this disease. I have a character defect. I want this gone.
And it is a disease. Alcoholism is a disease.
It is.
A lot of people don't realize that. They don't accept that.
No.
But it's a sickness.
It is a sickness.
So you prayed about it.
I prayed about it, and I prayed with my heart this time. And I felt it because I felt like something was flashing by my eyes. Like it was a peripheral flash. I didn't know what it was. But I felt like somebody was putting a laser pointer on me or something. But it was like a flash. And I knew that it was like the Holy Spirit. I felt it, you know. And, you know, when I woke up the next morning, I called my sponsor who knows me very well and said, hey, are you sure this time? I said, I'm positive. I went all in, not looked back once.
And that was January.
January 12th. Actually, January 5th, I called him. January 12th, we decided that's going to be my day.
That's your day.
So every month on the 12th is my new birthday, they call it.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's funny because my birthday is 9/11.
Oh, is it?
So the day after is like, you know.
That's a good replacement.
It is, right?
So now it's been six months for the past 2 days.
6 months. I've never hit 6 months, ever. And I know
So this is your first time hitting
the
6
first
months.
time because
You never went past 5 months, right?
I never went past 4 months.
Or 4 months, okay.
Yeah.
So this is really an incredible feat for you.
Oh.
So how has your life changed since?
Oh my gosh, it's so much better. Like I feel better, and I can feel my emotions better. Like, you know, I have those moments where I can break down and cry if I wanted to, or if I want to laugh and just be myself, you know. I don't have to pretend anymore.
Yeah.
You know, whereas before I was drinking, I was pretending
you're okay.
Yeah. And it's like now it's like I want to be out here and just tell the world, hey, look, I'm sober. Because if I can do it, anybody can, really.
Yeah, and that's why we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Which I commend you on your bravery, because it takes a lot of courage to share a story like this that is often taboo in many communities, especially ours. You know, it is like a topic that's, you know, we say it's IAP or like you don't want to talk about it. But I always, you know, believe that one person's story can be another man's woman's survival guide. And I know that's something that you hope to do for others, to help others. Tell me more about your purpose in life now.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to save other people, but it's like I can't do that. It's only through with God. I woke up one morning and I said, God, just send me the people that require my help, that need my help. And I have multiple people that's reached out to me from that article, actually.
Oh, great. That's wonderful.
I'm helping them right now.
See, that's wonderful.
We have an anonymity that we protect the person's name, so I don't disclose these things to anybody.
Of course.
I'm very private myself. Selling real estate, especially, like I tie those two together. I don't tell people like this person this. I don't like to do that gossiping stuff.
Yeah.
So for it to be the app part was when I was drunk at a party and I looked like a fool. That was the app.
Oh, yeah.
But
good point.
But the app to come to light is not app. To me, that's courageous, like you said, because, you know, you're not afraid to ask for help. And it's like, what kind of help would you ask for if you know, heaven forbid, passed away from alcohol? You're not alive anymore to ask for help. So I'm glad that I can actually bring this to light to help another person who's watching this right now come to light as well. And I want more people to call me. I want more people to reach out. It's not it's don't be afraid. What are you afraid of? You know.
What do you think as a man, as a Chaldean man, what do you think Chaldean men are afraid of?
Just not admitting to the problem, not admitting that they have a problem, because I feel like it's a cycle, right? It's hereditary. You know, our ancestors carried this on, and it's up to us now to break that chain. My father couldn't do it. My grandfather couldn't do it. Um, my uncles couldn't do it. But
There's got to be somebody to do
somebody's
it.
got to do it.
Somebody's got to break the cycle.
Absolutely. Someone's got to break those chains and just not be afraid, because, you know, it's nothing negative out of it. But nothing good came out of drinking. Let's put it that way. Nothing good ever came out of it. You know, you wake up, you're sick, you're throwing up, you're this, you're like, I'll never drink again, God, I'll never drink again. And then you find yourself drinking
And then
that
you do
night.
it again.
It's like, it was just such an obsession that I wanted to lift it. And until I reached out to the Lord, that's how it was lifted. And since then, I've left it alone. I don't even think about it. I don't even have an urge. I've been around it so much more now than I was when I was drinking.
And you don't even care, right?
I don't even care, you know?
Do people that maybe don't know ever ask you, hey, how come you're not drinking? Or
Yeah, sometimes they do, and I tell them. I tell them the truth. Hey, you know, I have a problem with it, and I just want to just kick it to the curb. You know,
Yeah.
good for you. Congratulations. I wish I could do that. They'll say stuff like that, you know, like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
and where can you went to Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yes, I did.
And can you tell people where they can go to get help? Where is the Alcoholics Anonymous that they can go to?
Well, there's an app that they can download. It's called Meeting Guide. And then there's also another one called Everything AA, where they can listen to stories of, you know, Bill W. who started this, you know, Dr. Silkworth. It's a spiritual
These were
program.
doctors that started.
Yeah, there's a doctor and a stockbroker. They were both severe alcoholics, like you mentioned in the article.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a spiritual program. People come in there and they hear God, they get scared. Like, oh, it's religious. Oh, my God. No, I don't want. No, it's a spiritual program. And that's one thing I looked at when I write my goals, I look at spirituality. My spirituality really was really low at the time because of the drinking. When you're doing those things, it's like you're lowering your vibrations down.
Oh, you're right about
You
that.
know?
Do you feel like you see God in a better light now?
I see God in a better light.
Or maybe God sees you in a better light.
Exactly. It's like picture a beam. Like that beam is illuminated right now. Before it was like low beam. Yeah, exactly. Like the frequency, your frequency went down. So now everything that I pray for comes to light. When I prayed, I want people to come ask for my help. It could be anything, you know, like whatever it is, but mostly this, because alcohol is such a hard thing to quit. I remember 8 years it took me to get to the 6 month sobriety. So everyone's journey is different. Some people will quit, go back. So I've seen people have 20-year sobriety and they go back out. But then I'm like, what's the reason for this? They didn't go to a meeting. When you stop going to these meetings.
And those meetings keep you in check, right?
Absolutely.
How many times a week do you go to a meeting?
I go to one every day. And I usually go towards the end of my business day, because that's when I was really drinking, was at night. So now when I go to those meetings, I feel so good. Like I have this euphoric feeling after the meeting.
So you went intentionally
Yes.
in the evening
Yes.
after your work day when you were usually drinking. Now
Yes.
you're going to the AA.
Yes.
That intentionality has really helped you.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the time you mentioned to me, but when you felt really this divine intervention where God was there. What happened that day?
When I fell at the meeting? Oh my gosh. So that happened, was a March 31st. It was the last week of Lent, where Good Friday followed on that Friday. It was a Monday, and I didn't really eat all day. I was fasting, you know, I wasn't eating meat. So I was just drinking a lot of water. And I went to the meeting, it was like 7:30.
And this was just 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Or whatever, 3 months
3
ago.
months, yeah.
So you were sober already at this time.
Yes, I was, yeah. And so I told everybody that, hey, I'm not feeling well, because I gave them my share. And then I said in the middle of my share that, hey, I'm not feeling well, I'm going to get up and walk out. So as I got up to walk out, I fell, and I believe the podium was like a solid wood podium. Fell. I don't even remember falling. It fell on me, broke 5 of my ribs on my right side. And there was 2 doctors in the room. I just woke up to 50 people. Like, I still wasn't there. And then the paramedics came, took me away. I was in Henry Ford for 3 days. They said, hey, we're going to do an MRI to see what caused your fall. they come back and say, we found a tumor on your C5 bone. And so the next day I did a biopsy and they said it's a cancer, a rare cancer called Langerhans histosis. And even the doctor, he said, I've been a doctor 50 years. I've never had a case like this. I've never. So it's a rare cancer, and it's basically, it's a lesion that's on my C5 bone. If I don't treat it, it'll hit my spinal cord, it'll paralyze me. So recently I just did 12 radiation treatments at Trinity, and I'm doing a follow-up in September, so we'll see where it's at.
So are you out of the woods yet or not necessarily?
I'll find out in September.
Like, so hopefully.
Hopefully.
And we'll be praying for you.
Yeah.
Just hoping for that
Yeah.
healthy recovery
Yeah.
From that.
So I feel like if I didn't stop drinking and I would kept going, I would have never known about it.
And maybe that could have happened, but it could have happened in a bar where you fell and everybody would just think, oh, that's a drunk slop, right?
Exactly.
And not take it seriously.
Exactly.
So that is some divine intervention there. I believe in that.
Or it could have happened on me driving to the meeting.
It could have been.
Because it happened minutes after I got there. Like I sat down, I was laughing at everybody, joking, and the next thing you know, I'm like, boom. What the heck? I just blacked out. I don't even remember falling. I just remember feeling woozy and boom, I fell.
Well, I'm so glad that you're okay and you're here to tell your story.
Yes.
And your many stories that you have to help people.
Yeah.
What advice can you give for people who are struggling but they just don't want to make that move yet? What could you tell them?
Well, I mean, you got to first find out if you're powerless over the alcohol. If you drink and, for me, when I started that wine, I couldn't stop. And then even if I wanted to, I couldn't stop. But what I would suggest people do is just ask yourself, if you find yourself drinking, just, find out if you have a problem with it, and
you got to admit it.
You got to admit it. And there's things that's going to happen. Like, it's like doing something over and over and expecting a different result is insanity, right? Like, that's how I took it, because I was just drinking. I'll say, I'm not drinking today. Next thing you know, I'm holding a beer in my hand. And I just said to myself, I wasn't drinking, and it's like, I'm drinking, But now it's like, what I tell people is, if you have a problem, just don't be afraid to ask for help. I feel like people get stuck there.
Yeah. And people can ask you directly.
Yes.
They can call you. They can message you on Facebook.
Yes.
And they can just say, hey, I heard your story. Please help me.
Yeah.
And you're open to that, right?
Absolutely. I've had many people reach out to me. Like, Steven, are you embarrassed about that? No, what do you mean embarrassed? I'm proud. I'm proud because I want to save my people and others, I want to save the people that are suffering right now. I mean, there's a lot of things going on today that people are becoming so reliant on drugs and alcohol. It's not just alcohol. It's one thing leading to another. Yeah. Like I said earlier, it's a progressive disease. And, my sponsor said, I'm one drink away from a chaos. He's right. Because once you start that cycle, you're gone. You're gone. And I'm not going to, it's in God's hands. I feel God's hands in my life right now. And I feel like he put me to this.
And now you have a new purpose in life.
I do have a new purpose in life.
Yeah. So besides being, you're the best man you can be for not just for yourself, for your family, for your kids, and doing well at your job. It's also something you want to do for our people,
absolutely,
for the community.
Yes.
And I think that's remarkable.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this story. I know it's been heavy what we're talking about. We're going to do a little turn, though, a little turn of things and have a little bit of fun with some questions. It's called crystal clear Q&A.
Okay. That's
what we're going to call it. So I want you to answer these questions.
Okay.
Tell me your favorite laffa.
Oh my gosh. I'm such a foodie, but my main course is going to any Mediterranean. I get a beef shawarma sandwich. I always have them cut it in half.
Oh, yes. The pickles in it.
Exactly. And the reason I do that sometimes is I say, I got to give the other half to my other half. I say something corny like that.
You're so corny. Okay, another question. What's one thing you have you'll never throw out?
One thing I have that I'll never throw out. Man, I have so many things.
Give us one.
One thing I won't throw out. Just memory stuff. like.
Tell us exactly what. What is it?
That's a tricky one. I mean, like here's the thing. Like if I have like a nice suit, I don't like to throw away my nice suits. I like to just keep them there because it's like everything happens in a suit for me, right? It's a suit. It's a story. It's like I call them freedom suit or whatever. Like I'm free.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Okay.
so with clothes, I don't really
Your
like to.
collection.
I have a
suits.
collection. Yeah, exactly.
And how about Pacha? Are you team red or team white?
Team white. What red? I laugh at the people that say red. Like what? You're right.
Well, I'm white too, but like, okay, if there's red Pacha served to me, I'm still gonna eat it because I love Pacha.
Yeah.
Besides social media apps, what is the most used app on your phone?
Most used app on my phone. I have like a lot of real estate apps that I use, like Realcomp. I'm into real estate a lot. I love houses.
So that one would be your next most used.
Exactly.
Realcomp.
It's like Realcomp. I have Realtor.com. I have all that stuff on my phone.
And now, I have like a little deeper question. Like, what do you think happens to us? Like, when we die, what do you think happens to us?
I don't really think about that as much, but I just feel like we just go to heaven.
Like we just like rise.
Yeah. It's like I feel like it's gonna be like a different dimension, like a different level, different, and we're not gonna be able to see like how we see each other now. It's gonna be like we're gonna feel each other but not see each other type thing. That's how I feel like a soul just leaves our body and
Yeah.
that's what I feel like.
Yeah.
What do you feel like?
I feel like like our soul rises and we look at everybody like a ghost. I feel like we become ghosts.
Yeah.
Before we go to heaven.
You've been watching Ghost then.
But
Patrick Swayze.
But I love that, and I love these kinds of things.
Me too.
Ghosts, crimes,
Yes.
true crimes, things like that. Like
Yeah.
I always wonder what happens when
Yeah.
this occurs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
your time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your bravery and your willingness to help others but overcome the challenges that you had. And I know that you're telling all the viewers and listeners that you are there for them.
I am.
And I'm sure that's very much appreciated.
Of
And
course.
your story, remember, can always be somebody's survival guide.
Yes.
So thank you so
definitely.
much for being here.
Thank you,
With
Crystal.
us.
I
Thank you
appreciate it.
for joining us on this podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Chaldean News on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And this is Dr. Crystal for the Culture. We'll see you next time.
CN Inside the Studio is proudly sponsored by F&M Bank.